guess without further ado, we should just start right off then. Toast, what do you have for us? Toast.
Where do I
Oh, okay.
begin with this?
I can't even give
Um,
you an answer to
Do
that
you want me to
one.
say the name? Do you want me to say?
you were you like Midori days?
I I
No, you don't
was
remember Midori days?
I don't remember this series.
It's the
No.
same. I mean, it's the same dude who made Ikora. It's a real. This is like ancient
Oh.
anime. You know, Midori days. You remember that one series where that it was that one meme clip, like old meme. It's from you know that one clip of that dude punching through a car?
Mhm.
That's Midori days. But where am I going with this? I don't know. I already lost my train of thought. Anyway, what did I
What
watch?
series? Yes.
My Life as Inukai-san's Dog.
Yes. Also known as Inu ni nattara sukina hito ni hirowareta, also abbreviated as Inuhiro in the Japanese community. It is a manga original, right? It is a
Also
manga
light
original.
novel.
Was it a light novel first or a manga first?
That's a manga first.
Okay, manga first, then became light novel adaptation, and then finally got an
No, I'm
anime.
like, what light novel? What do you? Why are you making that up, Spire?
What?
What?
Okay.
No, it's
So,
just a manga.
okay, so
So
it's just a manga original, and this is done by Quad Studio. I believe this is like pretty much one of the only one, other than the. They also made Miss Kuroitsu from the Monster Development Department, Kaijin Kaihatsubu no Kuroitsu-san, which I think I reviewed a couple of seasons ago. Yeah.
Quaid. I don't know. But yeah, this is I guess their only other work other than that. And
Yes.
I mean, I guess I'll say it. It's a license by Sentai Filmworks, and if you don't know, since we brought up Crunchyroll earlier, Sentai Filmworks has their own video on demand service called High Dive. So if you want to watch certain anime that's not that's not on Crunchyroll, you can watch it on High Dive. Check it out. Yeah, yeah. So what is this series about? Is it about? Yeah,
Well,
you know that one. What's that one fetish? Where that's not the no, that's not the slave fetish, right? All right. So
are you the wait? Yeah. Go
what?
on.
No, you want to. What's the
What's
fetish,
the
Fire?
fetish? I
It's
Where
like
don't
you
know
dom
what
uh
fetish
sub.
you're referring to. Dom
no
sub? Yeah.
no,
Yeah, like what's the premise?
it's the dog thing, right? Where you
Like
put
butter
them on
dog?
a
What are you talking about?
what?
Are you talking
Heck's
about like
butter dog.
butter dog?
Oh, he's talking about like yeah, that's like he's talking like BDSM shit.
He is? Okay.
No,
Where you
whatever. Where
put
am I
like
going?
on a collar and stuff.
You should probably talk about the show.
I'm trying to get there, but I don't
He's
know where
trying to
this is going.
establish the audience.
All right, so the premise is there's this dude, Pochita. That's his dog name because he's a mysterious faceless MC that we'll never talk about. He's voiced by I think a relatively newcomer, uh,
Isn't it Umehara
Umeda
Yuichiro?
Shuichiro. I don't know who is I don't know who else. I don't think I watched anything else that he's in, but he's going to
Umehara
be the.
Shoichiro, okay. Yeah,
But
he's relatively new, I think.
he's gonna be the main character in Zombie 100. Check it out. But yeah, so he wakes up in like I guess abandoned on the street because you know the old trope. You find a stray cat with like a stray dog in a box.
Mhm.
So he's sitting there, and then I guess the titular Inukai-san picks him up, and then fun times ensues. Inukai-san voiced by Aizawa Saya, who is also a relatively newcomer. So these are all newcomers in this anime.
She, yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. She voiced the girl in one of the like the lesser known girls in Cinderella Girls, as well as uh, I think one of
She's
the
the main
harem girls
character
is
in
Strike the Blood.
She's the
Yeah.
main character in Engage Kiss. Did I watch that? No, I did not watch that.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spire
Okay.
watched
Okay.
that, I
Okay. Yeah.
think,
He said
right?
I. No, I watched the pink hair girl. Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
So yeah, so the deal is with Inukai-san, she likes dogs. I mean? Like, who doesn't like dogs?
I'm not sure if I know
I mean,
exactly what you
Yeah,
mean,
but
but
like, how much does she like dogs?
I got
For
I got
real
a dog.
question.
I got a dog. He's right there. He's a cool dude. But
okay.
yeah, the thing is, she really likes dogs. Like,
Okay. Like, okay.
sorry, have you read the what is it? The S rank Behemoth light novel?
I feel like I've heard of it.
I am Behemoth of the S rank monster, but I am mistaken as a cat and live as a pet of Elf Girl. Jesus, what is that?
Oh yeah, I've seen this one. I haven't read it though.
You know how much that elf likes that cat? She really likes that cat. So much so that what was it? When the cat got the roper qualities, if you guys know what a roper is, I assume Near and Dark know what a roper is in monster mythology.
No.
They're a tentacled beast.
Oh. Well,
Need I say more?
I could have guessed where that was going, I guess.
It's from D&D apparently, isn't it? But yeah, where am I
Oh,
going?
okay, so
But
that's
yeah,
what it's called.
she
Yeah.
really likes dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like the B word kind of, the B-ology kind of liking dogs, I guess.
Okay.
She's obsessed to the dogs to where the point that she likes them more than humans, which I can get.
hmm
Hmm?
I get that, bro. I like my dog more than most people, but not in that
It's
way,
like
like
she
she
really
does.
likes hugging them and being like, "Oh, I want to get close to dogs and stuff like that."
Yeah,
Right?
yes,
Yeah,
Spire.
white women, we get it.
Hugging them,
Yeah.
hugging them.
Hugging the dog. Okay, don't be like that. Okay, dear. She just really likes hugging the dog.
Yeah, she's white.
Yeah. Yeah, she likes the dogs to the point that whenever she talks to other people, she gets the yandere cold eyes, and she's only warm and loving towards the dog, kind of way. So that's our main heroine. Well, there's three of them, I guess. So you got what her name's Inukai Karen. That's the main love interest, I'll say, because the main character Pochita likes her that way.
hmm
So and then you've got her friend Nekotani Mike or Mike. I'm gonna call her Mike because I'm American, and so get it because she's named Nekotani. She
yes.
hates dogs. She has a fear of them and whatnot. So whenever she hangs out with Pochita, hilarious hijinks ensue
hmm
and whatnot because she hates dogs to the point where she's scared of them. And then you've got the third main heroine, Tsukishiro Usagi. Gee, do you see a resemblance or a theme going on here?
Perhaps.
So yeah, then there's the third heroine who likes the dude, but and as the dude. So there's a yeah.
Wait, but I'm confused. I thought he was dead.
Oh, he's not dead.
He's not dead.
Wait, but how is he a dog?
All right, let me get into that. So basically, the main character got gifted mysterious chocolate from Valentine's Day from a girl in a lab coat who said these chocolates were from Inukai-san because the main character likes Inukai-san. I can go into that later. So when he eats the chocolate, he passes out, and then he wakes up on the street as a dog. So I guess the lab coat girl is our main villain. So most of the plot right now is well, it's 9 episodes in. We're not gonna get too far into that plot because this is only 12 episodes, so I don't think it'll get resolved. But so the main plot is that the main character has to somehow find a way back, find the mysterious lab coat girl, and find a way to become human, all the while pretending to be Inukai-san's dog because she gets sad if she's not around because she likes dogs more than people. But yeah, that's the basic premise of this series. Though that's the main plot, if you want to put it that way. But that's only one half of the of why you watch this series. The other half, well, you know how I mentioned that she likes dogs? She
Yes.
really likes dogs. Or the fact where she'll play with the dog in weird ways, kind of weird ways, like near. Do you know how to play house with your dog? I don't know what house is.
What?
Like
No.
I
Yeah,
don't
I think that's just I think that would just be playing with a dog.
like.
Like
Yeah,
I've heard people say like, oh, I play house with my dog, and my dog understands house, and I'm like, I don't. I've heard of it, but I don't really understand what that
like
is.
play house is usually like what little kids do.
I don't.
yeah, like you take on roles and stuff
Which
like that,
again, it's
right?
like, yeah, so like what does the dog play? The role of a dog? Like
Yeah,
I mean,
like playing house is usually kids like doing like effectively role playing as adults. Like
I mean, I think house is. I googled it. House is where you tell the dog to go somewhere and it stays there. Like you tell them to go to bed and they go to their dog bed or something like, or their dog
damn
house or
dude,
something like that.
that sounds like a really fun game.
But apparently, when Inukai-san says house, she lifts up her skirt and sits down and does the funny pose. I don't know. You know, the knees up skirt thing. So when she says house, she tells them to come into my skirt. I don't know what that means. So there's some fun times with there. Yeah, this series has a lot of weird fetishes that I don't understand. Maybe with
Is
dogs.
is
Like
there
like mostly the
explain Big Rig's like explain further?
most of the fun content is Inukai playing with the dog and having some I guess lucky
Yeah,
pervert situations,
it's
but not
more
really.
so I've read the manga, but it was literally like
why?
years ago.
Why?
I have no
Dude,
Why?
you're just
Why
you're
you
just
pervert?
I don't
literally put
even
on like a full fucking flashlight in your face. Like,
yeah,
you're telling me
yeah.
why did you do this?
He's immediately like FBI through the ceiling. He's like FBI open up, just like immediately just like kicking down the door. It's like
In my defense, I saw the PV and I was like, wait a minute, let me check this out. So I only heard of this recently. Spire, what's your excuse for reading this years ago?
I have no idea what state of mind. I think I was in that state of mind where I was literally
Oh,
like,
you like dogs? You like
you
being
were you were just bricked up 24/7. Like what?
yeah, yeah,
What do you
exactly.
mean?
I need to find this dog
I
fetish.
need
No,
to find this.
is
I
it a
think it
Spire? Is it a
was
BDSM thing where like, oh, I
yeah.
need to be someone's dog for the day. This manga is perfect.
I don't think that's even what happens in the manga, right?
No, no,
That's
not
not.
really. No.
I think it was that phase where I was literally, back when like Potato and like other like aggregation sites were much more common, or like there was like Manga Fox and like all those other aggregation sites. It was like one of those times where I had enough time to literally just like scan through all like the shit and just go through it. I think like I had one of those phases where I just went through everything on the front page, and like that was one of the series I ended up going through. And then yeah, I forget where I like read it
The
up to though. I know the second girl. I forget if I saw the third girl. But
which
yeah.
second girl?
The second girl is Nekotani,
Yeah,
right? The blonde
she's
girl.
AKA the best character in this entire series. Yeah,
Yeah, she's a good character. And then I forget if I ever saw the third girl. But yeah, the second girl definitely came along.
she's the one who really likes boxes and desks.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, I forget if yeah.
I admit, is would you call this a gigantism thing? Giantess fetish? Or like,
No, I think
No?
it's just
no,
like
because of the
it's kind of
POV?
similar to the whole like um you know how like there's like the baby fetish thing where it's like some people like being kind of
Ew.
taken like care of or whatever it is. Um like it's like the mommy thing. I think it's probably similar to that is my guess.
What's
I
that
mean,
one?
I think it's pretty similar to wanting to have sex with animals kind of thing.
I don't
If
know.
I had
I
if I had to
think
make a
I
guess,
think the jury's still out on that. I don't know, man.
Yes,
I'm
and here I don't
unconvinced.
know yet. I'm also unconvinced. But yeah, it's similar to the. I guess it's similar to that one fetish with the what is it? It's on the same line as dogiza and pull up your skirt thing. I guess it's within that same realm of fetishes. Also, the one where it's like show me your panties while look disgusted at me. So
Yeah, but don't
it
those
might
series
be
involve
a.
like, oh god, you're freaking disgusting, like having that like hatred directed towards you? Isn't that the point of those series?
It's more of a domination type thing. Where like, oh, I'm being dominated by the main female character because I'm a dog. Woof woof. I'll eat dog food and
Is it
whatnot.
about the domination thing? I always
I
not
thought it
I
was
really.
don't.
like a
It
weird
might
like
be.
I think those are more about like the
the
demeaning
disdain. Yeah,
aspect. You
I
exactly.
know, like
guess.
Because it's
I
like
don't know.
in that sense, like if we follow along what Toast said, then the mommy fetish will be a domination fetish, right? Is that a thing? Is that
Yeah,
how
I
that
mean it
works?
is
I
in
don't
a
think
way.
it
It
Well,
kind of
it's
I
not.
mean,
is.
it's a potential aspect of it, but like that,
it's not the major focus of it.
yeah, no,
You
Okay,
can't
okay.
just sum up other people's fetishes
Or
like that
rather,
so
it's
easily.
more. It's far more specific.
I guess. But yeah, about the characters. I mean, for what this is, the characters are pretty well fleshed out. Really, like
Mhm.
the main character before he got turned into a dog was a loner, and he liked plants. So like, he so and then the first person he was he's a loner, takes care of plants, doesn't talk to people, and then he sees Inukai-san, and he's like, oh, like I like plants, but that's kind of you can laugh at me like that because I'm not normal, I'm weird, right? And she's like, no, you're not weird. It's it's norm. It's okay to have to like things that other people don't. And he's like, oh, I fell in love with you because you're kind to me in that kind of way. So I mean, to be fair, like the
Why
main
is that
character's like,
always
oh, I
like?
like plants.
That's not even the first time I've seen that in like an anime like type thing. Where it's like, God, isn't that
What do
so
you mean?
freaky? Aren't I such a freak because I like plants? It's like, what? Bro, people have gardens.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
See, Dark, if you were a girl, most people wouldn't be like, oh, she must like me. Damn, you
I
gotta be
think that's
popular.
I think that's an exaggeration of the trope in Asian schools, and I'm not sure if any of you guys know or kind of have a sense of this, but essentially,
if you
at
like
least
plants, you get shot in the back of the head. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
if you dare run a garden, you better watch your back, buddy. But what I'm
I
saying
mean, it's
is
kind of like
that
if you like something that other people don't, you'll get bullied for it. And if someone's
yeah,
nice
yeah,
to
yeah,
you,
exactly.
then
So
like you'll
essentially,
naturally like
in
them.
like I never really well because I came over to America earlier, but I never obviously had this sort of thing. But in places like Japan and Korea and so on, there in schools, there's obviously not like prom queen kind of thing, but there are obviously popular cliques who kind of just do their own things, right? And they talk about the movies and makeup and doing whatever stuff, like all the standard stuff. And if you do something that's more niche, like gardening, or and you're by yourself doing your own stuff, or like card games, or like random you go to the
I
arcade
don't
for
know,
rhythm
man.
games by yourself, or
Card
whatever it
card
is, then
Spire. There's a different you, card game people and people who go to arcades are popular enough within their own circles. People who like plants, oh, those are weirdos. Those are the
yeah,
real loners in high
completely
school,
different.
Spire.
Yes, I
But yeah,
apologize. But essentially, those people who pick the more niche subjects tend to get picked on sometimes
yeah.
within the class, and so they're making sort of a trope of that by saying, "Oh, I did something that I like something that's not very popular, so I became a loner." And I was picked on and stuff like that. That's essentially. It doesn't necessarily have to be gardening; it could be literally anything. But that's sort of what it happens. So I think that's essentially where the trope comes from.
It's a reaffirmation of that, you're a normal dude. It's okay to
Yeah,
like
yeah.
these things. And I mean, I get it. That's fine. So that's the reason why the main character likes Inukai-san. So that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Whatever. But we're on episode 9, and we're just starting to get to the plot, like why you turned him into it. So
But even in the manga, that comes pretty late, right?
yeah, it's pretty late. I don't. That's why I'm saying I don't know whether these 12 episodes will explain it fully. It might not, because we're right at
That's actually a pretty good point.
we're right at the school festival arc. It just started, so
It's probably gonna be like there's more adventures that happen, but we'll see them
I
next
don't.
time or some. Yeah, it's probably gonna be like that.
But
I think they'll
yeah.
put it off or not put it off, but I think they'll all run into the sunset figuratively. So
So the plot will just pick up. I don't know.
what? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
What?
see.
How
Honestly,
are the audio visuals?
they're fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say,
Because Kuroitsu-san was a little bit scuffed. I want to say, but
though, unless you like upskirt panty shots, which I believe are censored in the the regular version.
Mhm.
I mean, just watch the uncensored version. You know what I'm saying? They get released a day before the uncool version. So just watch it uncensored. I mean, I wrote down timestamps for if you want certain fetishes. I got you, homie. Like, you want to watch someone bathing for like 2 minutes? Sure, I got you. And how many times have you seen your dog pee?
A lot.
Yeah. You want to put that on video near and use it as your wallpaper?
No, not
What
really.
the fuck?
I mean, what's that? Outdoor pee humiliation video? Is that what it is? On the usual Japanese, like, is it a light pole? I think it's a light pole. So you get to see some fun fetishes there, and but it's like the most of the stuff is just, oh, I'm a dog. My POV is like way low to the ground, so I can see upskirt. And if she's wearing a dress, I can see
It's like the usual like lucky skipper. Yeah, I remember that.
I can
Yeah,
see all I
it's
can see
mostly
your
like that.
skirt, I can see your panties and bra at the same time through the hole in her dress, and it's like, oh, that's cool, I guess.
Oh, lucky skibbe! Wow,
So
I have never
I
seen that
that's
before.
why the angle of the key visuals down low, because you're a dog, haha, you gotta look down. You're a real small dog, and you like licking. Speaking of butter dog, I looked it up. You like licking? You like feet?
So how mentally ill is this series creator?
I don't
You think?
know. What else have they done? I don't. They've done relatively
I don't.
normalish stuff.
I looked
think.
it up at the start of this section. I don't think they've done anything else.
They've done
Yeah.
one other thing, but it's like I don't know.
That's honestly more worrying. I think.
Yeah. I will die by this
Like
series.
this.
This is my life's work.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think. I don't think a series has like disappointed
Wait.
me more than like this series. Like,
Wait. His Twitter account is like R18. Like you have to
Well,
do the
duh.
like caution or whatever to get
yeah,
through it. The fuck?
This definitely feels like
I mean, that series technically is with what we've seen.
it is.
The anime
Yeah,
itself
probably.
is, isn't it? Like,
Okay, so before I think he mainly he's drawn hentai for or like edo dojins for 2016, 2018,
Which
2020.
ones? What series?
Ashikore JK. So I
I don't
think
know.
he
Is that original?
that sounds like a foot fetish because it's like Ashikore JK, right? And then what
That make
is
that
this?
that trails, yeah.
What the heck is this? This sounds like some sort of weird like mommy fetish thing. And
Yeah,
From
then
this
that's backstory.
creator? No way, dude.
No way, dude.
and then there's one where I think he was part of a tankobon, or he might have created an entire tank by himself.
Do I have to pull up the site with the magic numbers? Hold on.
But yeah, I think other than that, he's just done a couple of other like rom-com kind of stuff.
That's fine. I don't see any problem with those, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
Babu. What? Is that the one?
That sounds like the Molly fetish one.
Hold
Not
on.
gonna lie.
Babu, Tora no Ana Tokten 4P leaflet. Yeah, that's the one.
All
Sure.
right. Well, getting back to the Inukai series, do you have any
There's
other
some, I
words?
mean, there's some scenes that are so funny that I just laugh at them. Like there was this one scene where there was this whole plot where the main character has to escape from Inukai well they go to Nekotani's house to have a study party. Then the main character hatches a plan to like check up on his parents and his whatnot because he's been away. He's been a dog for quite some time. So there's this fun plot where uh like he orders a package from not Amazon from Inukai's phone and delivers it to his house because conveniently he's next door neighbors with Nekotani. So when Nekotani goes to get the package, he runs out and some funny dog hijinks, of the sexual kind ensue. And he gets launched over to his balcony, and Usagi, like the third girl, the bunny girl, is there at his house, and she's doing some fun things to his desk, his desk corner because apparently she's like the main character when he was a human. So see, Spy, I don't get that. What's with the desk thing? Can you explain?
The dust thing for
Does
what?
it need explanation?
Yes, because it's an important plot point in the later episode.
What do you
Wait, the dust
think,
for what?
bro?
Like the
Like
trope.
what?
Oh,
The
the
trope.
girl doing the dust thing?
Yeah, it's like, is that a strictly Japanese thing? I don't get it.
I
I've seen
don't
it. I've seen
know.
it
I
multiple
don't
times.
think it's probably not a strictly Japanese thing because it's like a desk is pretty common, right? In
I
many
wouldn't.
places in the
I
world.
wouldn't know. Like, if a girl likes a dude's desk, they do stuff to the desk. They
Yeah,
get
yeah,
off
yeah,
on it.
yeah.
It's like,
That's like one of those Edo Dojin like
yeah, I
things.
don't get it.
Yeah, well,
But
I
yeah,
mean
she gets
that is, but the idea, like the process is not. Like,
because they make it a plot point in the manga, but it got cut out in the anime. So I'm gonna dock the anime a point for that. Because the Usagi's been looking for the main character all this time, like restlessly, because she's worried about him. But he's a dog, so he can't do anything. So she's been looking for him, and then when she goes home, she gets sick. The famous Japanese cold where you can't move at all, and you need someone else to take care of you. She got sick from the rain, so the main character undresses her as a dog and like throws clothes on her, and then that's how Inukai and Usagi meet because she placed a tracker on him before he ran out. So that's when there's a clash between Inukai, who likes the main character as a dog, and Usagi, who likes the main character as a human, begins. Because now Usagi kind of likes the dog because it reminds him of her senpai, so she calls the dog senpai. So now they both want the dog. But yeah, going back to while I was talking about the desk, because this is a crucial point in the manga. All right, so pay attention. Instead of just like in the anime where where the dog throws clothes on her while she's like, the dog takes clothes off of her and then just throws like not wet clothes on Usagi, so she doesn't get a cold. in the manga, it's a bit more convoluted. So there's this whole thing where he does the whole I gotta get these wet clothes off her, or she'll get sick. And then instead of throwing like a whole hamper worth of clothes on her, he only throws he has to get her to somehow stand up so he can like throw a sweater on her. So what the main character does is he gets because he saw with the desk right earlier in his room, so he gets a box, and in her sickness and delirium, she sits up somehow and starts to have fun times with the box. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't get how
Okay,
that.
well, let's put the descriptions of the different scenes aside.
So yeah, I'll make it short.
Um,
So he uses one box to get her to sit up and put a sweater on her, but then he uses two boxes to get her to stand up and put panties on her, and I'm like, I don't get how this works, but I don't know, man. I've never tried it with a box.
yeah,
So
I
This is
think.
a lot of indication to me that like Dojin artists should probably just stay as such, to be honest. Just throwing it out there.
they're
Maybe that should
wilding,
be like a more
Hey man, if Shokugeki no
I'm not
Soma
saying
worked,
listen, I'm not saying they shouldn't
then
make money. I'm
it's
just saying like, you know, maybe like more money should be found in that then.
if Tosh
Dojin.
escaped Dojin Azkaban, come on, man, everybody else can do it.
Well, if we're gonna talk about Tosh, I still hold true that his Seto no Hana Yomi stuff is his best work. He's only degraded. He or she is only degraded over time. But yeah,
I mean, his
Pi-
Dojin stuff is always the best, but I mean, the
Pixiv,
other stuff.
Pixiv, Fantia, oh, Twitter artists, they're on a whole, they're on a new plane of existence that I've never thought possible with these kind of things. Using two boxes to dress someone, damn, I
Yeah, I
never saw that
mean,
coming.
part of that is probably they have to think about that sort of weird kind of setup to get eyeballs on the thing, I guess. But what do I know?
I don't know,
Um,
man. But like, yeah,
but
there's
yeah,
some whack. Like the scenes are whack. The first couple scenes I get, like, oh, here's a bathing scene. Here's a peeing scene. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, I
The
mean, at the end
absurd
of
of
the
it.
day, like, there's only so many like variants on the Lucky Skebe. And for people who don't know what I'm talking about when I say Lucky Skebe, I mean, or Lucky Mutsuri or whatever it is, I mean the classic scenes in anime uh, where we have the main character kind of running into the shower while the girls are naked or like accidentally seeing their panties or whatever, those sorts of moments. You can only make so many different variants of it before you either have to stop doing it entirely or as you described, you have to make some very crazy scenes, right?
So at first it's like, oh, ew, it's perverted, and like whatever, it's funny, or it's ew, this is not my type of thing. But the more it goes on, the more absurd it gets, and it becomes hot. It recurves to being weird fetish to ha ha funny fetish kind of thing, if you know what I mean. It's like the more
Yeah,
absurd it goes
I
on,
think you need to stop before something changes in you.
the more absurd
I think
the
that's
more
what's
absurd it goes, the
going on
funnier
here.
it becomes. Like
Haha,
you
dude, it's
can't just
funny.
laugh.
It's funny, dude. It's just funny. It's just funny that the girls want to
Yeah,
have
bro,
sex
it's
with
just
the
funny.
animal, bro. It's just funny.
Don't
It's
worry,
just a
Nier.
joke, dude.
Don't worry, Nier. It's just Inukai, because
But yeah,
Nier, you ever lick your dog's nose and suck on it?
No,
No.
no. What the fuck is wrong with you?
what?
But Nier, that's what Inukai-san likes. And Nier,
Yeah,
have
that
you?
is
No.
like, dude.
How about
I don't want to talk about this show. I don't want to talk about this show. Like
Nier?
straight up.
Nier, you ever touched your dog's tail?
Like
You ever?
this show is wrong. Like this show is gross.
By the way, for those of you who don't know, this show
I
does
think you
air
mean
at
funny.
the I believe 10 p.m. like Friday or Sunday slots for pretty much every prefecture except for like Hokkaido, Fukushima, and stuff like that, which air at like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. on Fridays or something like that. It's a classic late night anime slot. Like, yeah, well, we hope kind of, it'll kind of pass, kind of
Oh,
stuff.
damn it. Near, how do you feel about these scenes? Oh, Discord blocked it. Never mind.
Yeah, thank
Anyways,
God.
Toast, do you wanna
Yeah.
wrap up your description of the series?
I mean,
Is
all
that
in all,
yeah.
at first I came in disgusted, like, ew, what is this? This is weird. But over time,
I don't know
I've
if you
act
want to finish this, bro.
I'm kind of invested in the story. Like,
Yeah, again, this is
Really?
why I said you
I
gotta
thought the
you gotta
story was, like, the
stop.
weakest point of this.
the no, I mean, I think the weird, funny, haha, itchy part is the weakest point. It's like I'm
I mean,
kind
that's
of
also really weak too. I mean, I guess that is the weakest part of it, but it's like it's all kind of weak, right? Where it's like
let me
at
say
the end of the day, like this entire thing is just a harem with three girls, right? And then he's just like, oh, you got
as
sick.
as a man who's imbibed in a lot of content, like the more I read it, the more I'm interested in like the relationship between the main character and how he's going to try to confess his feelings to Inukai-san.
Hmm.
Also,
I mean, like
but I'm
the main character is kind of like okay,
the
from what I
main
remember,
character's not
Yeah,
really
here's the
perverted to
one
me.
issue though,
but
is
the
that
He's
heroine
a
is like
this
dog.
is
scrappy.
also never
Yeah.
gonna happen because then the whole series is over.
Yeah. Also, I feel like from let me see. Yeah, I feel no. Actually,
What's
I'm not
the
sure.
I'm
I
trying to
feel like
think
the
of
main heroine was like not very good, right? Or like in
a
terms
main
of like
heroine.
development.
Yeah, the
Like
main
other than
heroine's
like those like lucky skip moments, like the main hero was just like, yeah, I like dogs, and that is literally her entire shtick,
that's
right?
why
So
like, but yeah,
like her character development wasn't very good in terms of like the actual like plot part.
I mean, do you guys want a spoiler for after this manga or after this anime?
Oh,
Because they're
dude,
not get to that
no.
point.
All right, go for it. What
There's
is
a
it?
point where well, spoilers for later. There's a point where the main character, like, turns back into a human,
Yeah.
and so, you know, and so in order to help Inukai-san, try to become normal again, because the main character, the main heroine, she's kind of she's the cool beauty. She's not really that friendly to anyone other than dogs. So the main character tries to get her to, be more friendly with other people. So there's this weird, there's this, tightrope of him, attending school like normal in the morning or whatever, and then being Inukai's dog at night. So he lives a double life kind of thing. Trying to get to get his feelings towards Inukai-san and helping her in a way. So it's kind of an interesting story that I've seen before, but I'm blanking out on on what it is. Like, oh, I'm this thing on one part of the day, but also I'm a normal human on another
Yeah,
part of the day,
I mean
and
that
this is
also
how I
sounds like
interact
not
with.
very good character development. So
Yeah, I mean that's for the main heroine. Like the real character development comes with Nekotani, where
yeah,
she does.
Nekotani I remember as like the only like real good character in
I
like the
believe
entire
she
story.
was. I believe she was the first one to realize that who the main character was, and so they team
And like
up to
actually
help.
did stuff. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was not just like, oh, this is my shtick. I gotta pet the dog or whatever the fuck it
I
was.
mean, she hates
Uh,
dogs, so
yeah.
she becomes a dog hater too. You're all right. So
Mhm.
and,
But yeah.
and then there's the relationship between her and the main character, which I I'm always going to hope that something good happens from that, because this is how it goes. Like the side character that always gets the most like cool character development, but then the main heroine always has to win. So that's unfortunate, but I still want Nekotani to win. I'm hoping, but yeah.
Anyways,
And then
I
there's
think
the jealous Kohai, which is Usagi. So whatever.
yeah, but I
We'll talk
mean
about-
the third character usually doesn't.
Yeah.
But
So
anyways,
all in all,
yeah.
I mean, the manga is way better. It's gonna be way better than the anime because it gets cool character development and a surprising twist in the plot. I believe I had the same argument with believe Bimbo Gummy a long time ago, where
Yeah.
Bimbo Gummy used to be this haha funny comedy about a penniless god and this rich girl Sakura, but then it turned out after the anime ended, it turned into a full blown battle manga, and I was like, oh damn, this is actually pretty good. What do you call it?
Yeah, but like
Is this the
statistically, like there's no real reason to wait for that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's true. This is like what happened with also Negima, right? The Negima syndrome, where Ken Akamatsu's was told to make another like rom com like Love Hina, but then halfway through he's like, screw it, I'm gonna make a battle manga, and it turned out really good. So I mean, I do like those kind of twists where it's something haha funny turns serious in an unexpected way, and it becomes really good.
I mean, I do too. I just think that not very many authors can actually do that.
But yeah, I mean, that's kind of why That's why I'm kind of my eyes kind of glaze over on the funny hentai parts. It's like, haha, the house battle to decide with oh, here's my Airbud argument. You remember the ending of Airbud, where there's the Airbud's previous owner and the little dude. They're like, whoever the dog chooses gains custody over the dog.
Okay.
You remember that part? It's like the end of the movie.
Yes.
So it's like that with the house battle between Usagi and Inukai, because
Oh.
where because Inkai's like, hey, that's my dog, and Usagi's like, no, I found him. He's my senpai, because she calls the dog senpai. So they have a house battle in quotes to see, whose skirt does he go under first. So and then the main character initially goes under Inukai-san's skirt. He's like, I like Inukai, so I'm gonna go over to her. But then Sagi puts the bone in her panties. Kind of looks like a wiener.
What the fuck?
So and then the main character's like, oh, a bone, oh boy. Then he goes over to Usagi. So my eyes kind of glazed over at that.
Yeah.
But when it gets
And,
to the plot points, that's when I pay attention. So yeah, that's kind of why I can forgive this series, and That's why I'm gonna. That's why I'm gonna watch this the full, and why I'm keeping up with the manga.
Yeah.
So
all right. What?
all in all, what am I gonna rate it? I'm probably gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Thing.
What?
I'm docking 1 point off because we're not gonna get to the good plot point.
You're getting
So
arrested.
I can't give it. I
Today.
can't give it an
What?
11.
Excuse?
I can't give it an 11 out of 10, but I can give it a 10. I'm kind of invested in where wacky hijinks are going to
Christ on
go.
a stick, man.
Because, like I said, I've read Midori Days. This is an example of a really ancient manga trope where the main character turns into a non-human being and has to balance his life between that and being a human. So yeah. Also, the endings and openings are bangers. So what can I say? Not many people will like this, but this will forever be annexed in my rows of anime history. So I'm gonna clap for it. Good job. You made my top 100 of all time.
What the fuck did I just hear? Anyways, that was toast for Inukai-san. What is it? Fucking what is this series name? God damn it. Inukai-san. My life as Inukai-san's dog, also known as uh fuck inu ni nattara suki na hito ni hirowareta. Also known as, I believe, Inuhiro. Yeah, Inuhiro. It is done by Quad. It is an anime adaptation of a manga original. So I
And that
guess
the ADs have three different versions, one for each heroine. You like You like Nekotani running away from a dog from super low PV in real life? Because apparently there's a real life section where Nekotani's running away in the school wearing her school uniform, and the camera set down low. It's like, oh, it's a dog chasing her. And then, oh, Usagi's in her dress, and she's walking around on a walking around. So check out those super cool versions if you like characters. I guess I don't know. This show's great. 10 out of 10. Best anime of the year. Watch it, you weirdos.